Hello everyone, I am back. Okay, so I missed recording last week and I tried, it just didn't happen. And then I was going to record on Monday night and that didn't happen. And then I was going to record on Tuesday night and that didn't happen. So I just didn't record last week, but I'm back. And it's kind of an okay thing because I don't have a whole lot to show you. I do have an unboxing, and so I'm going to show you that. And other than that, I don't have I have like 3 items to show you. One of them is very, very significant, however. So I'm going to show you that. And yeah, there's a good reason I didn't get a lot of knitting done. And my daughter, Clara, if you're watching this, you've got to skedaddle out of the room. Because this is the one where I talk about your birthday present. So, here we go. I did not get a lot of knitting done this week. And that is because, although my 2 younger girls, their naps were coinciding for a little bit of time each day, I have decided to finish a quilt that I started back in 2017. Figure 3 years is long enough to work on a quilt. I can quilt a little bit. My mother-in-law taught me, but I don't think I'm going to be making anything else for a very long time, quilt-wise, because number 1, it takes me a very long time to get things done, time that I just don't have, and number 2, I'm really bad at it. Just really bad at it. I'm not patient enough and precise enough for quilting and sewing to get those corners to match up just right. So probably not going to do anything else for a while. I'm making her a quilt. It's a Frozen Anna Elsa quilt, and at the time I started it, she was obsessed with the movie, the first movie. Now the second movie's coming out because it's January 26th, and now she's kind of off of it and more likes Tangled. But I did ask her last night, I said, do you still like Anna Elsa? And she's like, yeah. So hopefully she likes it. It'll be a birthday gift. So I got that done. I had to sew all the pieces together. All the cutting was done. It was just a matter of sewing it all together. And it's done. Now I just have to get a backing piece. So, yeah. And then hopefully the woman who has done my previous quilts still quilts them, because I like how she's pretty kind about my lackluster skills in quilting. It doesn't say anything. Because I'm always afraid I'm going to send it to someone new and they're going to be like, yeah, I can't quilt this. It's a mess. But I'll show you when it's done. Hopefully I will have it done, out the door, and back in time for her birthday, which is next month. So she's turning 6, by the way. So there's that. Now that we're about 4 minutes in, we can move on to yarny things. But first, if you haven't already, you can also find me on Facebook at North Country Knitter. You can find me on Instagram. I try to keep everyone updated there. It's kind of like watching the videos, except picture form. You know, I keep you updated there on everything I'm doing. I'm also at North Country Knitter. You can find me on Etsy at North Country Knit Shop, and I think that's everything where I am. If you like this video, go ahead and hit a like and subscribe if you really like it. I intend on doing these videos once a week and hoping to grow my channel. I have a couple new subscribers, so hello new subscribers! I hope you like the channel. If you want, you can hit the little bell icon and that will notify you when I post a new video. So, on with the knitting goodness. I I only got 3 things done in the past 2 weeks. I am working on something and I brought that up, but one of them is very significant to what I got done, but I'll hold that off to the end because, I mean, gotta keep you guys in suspense. Suspense. Lots of S's sounds. Suspense. So, number 1, I got this drop stitch cowl done. I don't think I showed you this in my last video. See, that's the problem with missing a week. You don't know what you showed in your previous week. So bear with me if you've already seen this completed piece of work. This is a drop stitch cowl. And I kind of made it, initially I was going to make it a Mobius cowl and turn it. However, it wasn't long enough to do that. So instead I just kind of seamed it up there, which I was really impressed because overall you couldn't really tell, like by glancing at it you can't tell. If you know what you're looking for you can tell. So, but I was happy with that. I was impressed. I made an Instagram post about it. But this is what it looks like on, so it's super cute. Nice, fits right up against your neck, so it keeps you nice and warm. It's made out of Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick in Starlight, I think was the name of it. And this is just one ball, so I was happy with how it came out. Oh, I love it. It's warm already. Like I've said before, it's kind of cool in my office because there's no heat. We have radiators for our heating in our house, like the old stand-up ones, and there's none in here. So we keep the doors closed to keep the heat where we need the heat to be in the rooms that we live in, so it gets chilly in here. But yeah, this is this finished product. I really love how it came out. See, hello. Yeah, so this is my drop stitch cowl. Ba-doop-ba-doo. There it is. And you may hear my little one. She just woke up. My husband's coming up to get her right now. So that is that one. I was very happy with how it came out. Next up, so where my dad lives, he lives back in Maine. They got a whole bunch of snow all at once, and he said that his hands were getting cold, and he wanted me to make him a pair of mittens. So that's the thing about when you can make things, everyone comes to you because they're like, oh, can you make things? Not that I mind at all making my dad a pair of mittens. It was kind of nice he thought to ask me instead of just going out and buying some. So I got these. I'm mostly happy with them. The thumb I kind of messed up on, and I'll talk about that in a second. But they're big on my hands, so. Woo. This is also using Lion Brand Thick and Quick Woolies, because he wanted wool mittens. And hello. So this is them. Yeah, the second one looks better than the first one. I don't know if I cast on more stitches with the first one than the second one. I must have, because they're a little off. I'm not good at making mittens. I made a pair for my oldest daughter when it started to get cool. I used the Red Heart's Heat Wave, and I'm not great at making them. I'm not a huge fan of making them, so I don't make them a whole lot, and when I do, they're usually a mess up. You're probably never going to find mittens in my shop because I just am not good at making them, and I don't really enjoy it. But overall, I was impressed because this is a thicker yarn. It worked up really quick, which was helpful. But yeah, so I got these done. And I will get these wrapped up and sent out to him tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, so he'll get them hopefully before any more big snow. I don't know. I don't keep track of the weather. But anyway, the pattern I used, I found on Ravelry. It's men's or women's quick fingerless gloves. And I just modified it to turn it into mittens. The pattern was developed by Tapazi Designer Knitting Patterns. I don't know anything about them. I just found this on Ravelry. But the cuff and the thumb and the end, sorry, you gotta deal with black and white printer here, is this twisted rib is what it was called. So I wasn't thinking about it when I was making the first thumb. And I just followed the pattern without realizing that I was making the twisted rib for the thumb. But I mean, it works out good. It's nice and thick, so I don't think he's going to mind at all. But the really cool thing about this is there's no modification to the pattern for men's or women's. It's just you use a different yarn. So if you're using, if you're going to make a men's knitting, men's fingerless glove here, then you would use, I'm sorry for all the paper rustling. Oh, I must have left that one in the diaper bag. Anyway, if you're going to make a men's, then you just use a super bulky 6. If you're going to make a women's, you just use a bulky 5. So that way you just have one pattern to go off. You don't have to worry about which pattern to follow. So that is what I made for my dad. Now we'll get those out to him tomorrow. Alright, last but not least. A lot of you saw my video about my 2020 knitting resolutions, my goals for knitting, and one of them was to finish a pair of socks that I started probably close to 5 years ago. I know I got the yarn 6 years ago-ish, because my friend Anna got it for me, who is watching. Hi, Anna. And she watched my previous video about the socks. The socks that I needed to finish that were just hanging over my head with dread. And she offered to finish them for me so that I could start again with a different pair, have a fresh start, happy, you know, you get these done, don't worry about these anymore, focus on a new pair that kind of like are not bringing you down, which was very, very sweet of her. And I thought, I'm going to take her up on this offer after I give these socks one more go. So, I gave the socks one more go. And I finished them. So this is the sock that I needed to finish. They're all stretched out because A, I didn't block them, and 2, I wore them. So they're all sorts of stretched out. Not that it really makes a difference because they were oversized anyway. But this is the pair of socks that I needed to finish, and I finished them. And you're probably looking at these thinking, my gosh, she's got massive feet, but they really are stretched out. This is using Patent Croy sock yarn in Ragdoll, I think. I've lost the paper a long time ago. What I did forget was to bring the pattern up here. But the pattern was originally from the Red Heart, which is now owned by Yarnspirations, and it was called Self-Striping Knit Socks. That's all it was. So I finished my socks. You can see here I messed up. I picked up the stitches backwards. I don't know how. I did. And I still have a little bit of a hole there that I didn't fix all the way, apparently. Did I? I don't even know if I finished that inside one. I must have. I guess I just missed the hole. Or I fixed one of the holes. Apparently there was a second one. You know, go me. So there's the little hole you can see. Hello. But they are done. So I can scratch that off of my goals, which I have it hanging stuck into the wall right over there next to my kind of desk that folds up into the wall. So, yep, got them done. I should block them and make them look nice. And then eventually I'm going to make another pair. Probably not this pattern. But they are done. They are done. Yes. I posted a picture onto Marley's Minions. I don't know if you follow her, Marley Bird at all. She was the national spokesperson for Red Heart Yarns. I don't know kind of what her title is now that it's owned by Yarnspirations. I don't know. But I posted a picture there and I got like close to 400 reactions. And I kind of felt bad because I didn't think I'd get that much response at all. And I said that my husband like pointed out that they don't match, because they don't, and I am very meticulous about my socks matching. He was in the Army for a long time, and I don't know if any of you out there have a spouse in the military or in the military yourself, but those socks that you get after you wash them a couple times, they don't fade the same color. At least they didn't in our house. And there'd be different suppliers. Anyway, long story short, his socks for his uniform would rarely match up. But I would just dump them all out and try to match them up as best I could. So I had pointed out in the post that he had mentioned that they don't match, and like people were like, they look fine, like tell him to pick up a pair, which was fine. I'm just like, no, he meant it nicely. I promise he wasn't picking on me. But yeah, they don't. The toes are different. I mean, he wasn't like bullying me about it. He just thought it was funny because I'm so particular about socks matching, and I made a pair of socks that don't match. Next time I'll use one color, so they'll have to match. So those are the socks, the infamous socks. I will move on from the socks now. All right, that is everything I made. I got a couple washcloths done that I had to sew the ends in, but I hate sewing in the ends. It takes so much time. But yeah, I got 2 of these done. And that's everything I made. I do have a shawl that I'm working on, and this is using the Kieran Big Cake. So far I'm pretty happy with it. I've come across 2 knots, I think. 1, 2. So, not bad. One of them was during a color change, so I could kind of understand that. But this is just a simple increasing shawl. It'll be quite large when I'm done with it. I'm excited to see the color changes. You can see it's got those little specklings of different colors in there. I really like it. Just reminds me of like something I'd want to wear when I go to a beach. Like September, you want to be wrapped up in something, and it just reminds me of the beach. But I will do a full review on the yarn when I finish the shawl and let you know my honest opinion on it. And anytime you ever see me doing a video where I'm showcasing or reviewing yarn, unless otherwise said, I'm not sponsored by anything. Everything I buy is something that I purchased myself. So I'm not there's no sponsorship between me and anything. So there's that. One more thing before we get to the box. I started, so Carrie over at Happy Crafty Homemaker was talking about yarn bingo, and I kept thinking it'd be so much fun to do yarn bingo. I love bingo anyway, and I finally found it. It's by Llama Mama Kayla. You can find her on YouTube as well. She also has a yarn bingo Facebook group. And look, I'm further than I thought. I didn't start this until Friday, the 24th, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. I was so proud of myself. Obviously, I don't think I'll ever like do a blackout or anything, but it'd be fun to get bingo every once in a while. I am gonna get one more this month. It's create a hat and scarf set, and I will show you now why I'm gonna get that. So, ooh, I've got a box of yarn that I got from Premier Yarns. This is my first purchase with them. Uh-oh. Obviously these scissors have seen better days. Yeah, so I got this box. I ordered it, I think the 17th. And it got here yesterday. It took a little while to ship from the actual facility, but once it went out via FedEx, it was like here in 2 days. It was crazy. And they had a sale on their Nordica yarn. Nordica? I think that's what it's called. And I really wanted some. I've been wanting some for a while. And they had some newer yarns I wanted to try. So I placed an order. And it's my first order with them, so I'm going to set that down. This is all the stuff. They do have a rewards program, which was really nice. So you get, you know, extra rewards on your birthday month, and you get rewards for a purchase you make. And I'm going to dive right in here. Oh, my colors are smushed. Sorry. Alright, first time I'm feeling this. Ooh. Nice. So this is the Spun Colors by Premier. It is a medium 4. It's acrylic. 65% acrylic. It's 35% super fine superwash merino. And my daughter saw this on, I think it was Cinnamon Stitches. She got some of this, and my daughter Clara saw it, and she's like, ooh, that's pretty. She wanted some. So I'm going to make her a hat and scarf set for her birthday. Shh. Don't tell. But this is what it looks like. This is the color Iris. And here you can see. Probably be easier if you saw against my hand. It is very soft. I am a little nervous because it is not, you cannot throw it in the washer. It is hand wash and lay flat to dry. Not the biggest deal. We don't normally have issues where we have to wash hats and scarves all the time. If there's a lot of sickness going around, then we will. But otherwise, we don't normally wash. So there's that color. I got 2 other colors. Sorry for all the bag noise. I got this one for me because it was just pretty. This one is the color Rustic. And this one I thought would look good on my 2-year-old. Very, very purpley. It's showing up more purple on there than it really is. That's a better representation. So, and this is the color Mauve. So I'm behind the curveball on these because I've seen a lot of people do reviews on them on Facebook. So I'm not going to do a full review on them. They are very, very soft. Very soft. So there's 419 yards, or about 7 ounces, 200 grams per cake. And so I'm excited to get those worked up. And then I was feeling kind of bad because we had all our blankets out, and I've made a blanket for my oldest. I've made a blanket for my middle girl, but I have not made a blanket for my youngest one. So they have this yarn called Pixie Dust. It's a new yarn. It's interesting. It's very, very soft. Very soft. And it's got sparkle to it. I'm sure you can see the sparkle. I'm going to see if... I got 2 other colors in it. Eek, sorry. Oh, my goodness. They were a little tape happy. All right, this one's going to show up better. See the sparkle? And there's no, like, it doesn't look like a metallic thread running through. I don't know if I can show it good. So there's like a single thread. Where are you? Here we go. See in the center there, you can see that single kind of main piece, and then the little fuzzy bits come off of that. I don't know if it's showing up good. And then the sparkle is little bits. Little bits. You can kind of see it there. I don't think it's going to show up. So I'm going to make a blanket for my youngest one out of these 3 colors. And I want to do like a zigzaggy one, which is not something I've ever done. So hopefully I can handle it. These are very nice. They don't smell bad either. That might have been weird, but yeah. I'm not a huge pink person, so a lot of the stuff I make isn't for my girls. I don't have a lot of pink involved. I don't know. I don't have a problem with it on other people, obviously, but just in our house, it's usually purples. So there's that. And I also really wanted to try their bloom. This is the colorway Hummingbird, and I'm going to make a sweater. I'm announcing it. I'm going to make a sweater for my youngest one. My daughter's preschool teacher from last year gave me a pattern that her friend gave her. And so I'm going to give it a go. It's a top-down sweater. I don't know. I need to make a sweater. And I figure the best way to do that is to make a baby sweater because it's smaller, less intimidating. And I'm going to use this. This is really soft. This is a lightweight 3. And you get 656 yards, and that's about 7 ounces per skein. I hear my middle one is trying to be quiet, whispering, and usually when she whispers, she actually gets louder. Reason I like this yarn, it is machine wash and tumble dry. Yeah. So I can't wait to work that up. I'll let you know. I'm showing it to you upside down. There we go. Maybe it's still backwards. I don't know. I will show you once I get that worked up. And then I have some Nordica. Yeah. And I thought, so happy with the tape. It's a good thing. I like things to be secure. Ooh, that is surprising. It's soft. I like it. It is a light 3, and you get, this is the color Thistle, and you get about 7 ounces, 546 yards, And this yarn works up into a pattern. And this is the knit. This is what it looks like when it's knit. It looks different when it's crocheted. So if you crochet, know that the pattern will look different than this. So I got the color Thistle, which is pink. I know, I just said I don't use a lot of pink. I got the color, I think this is Spearmint, and that's the color shown there in the picture. And then I got the color Orca? Gray or... Oh man, I want to say Orca, but I know that's not it. I'll just show it. It is it Orca? I read all the time, but my spelling is atrocious. So I'm excited to see these come together. I don't know, maybe my husband will like something out of this. I would like something out of this color. He's not so much a knit guy unless it's like a knit hunting hat in a fluorescent orange. And you can't get too wild with fluorescent orange, so maybe he'll like something. There's a close-up of what the pattern looks like. Is that on all of them? Oh, it is. Hello. It's the same pattern that it works up as, but different colors. I think they had like 3 or 4 other colors. And I got this on sale. It's originally, I think, $7.99. I got it on sale because they had it for 30% off last week. And I really wanted to try it. I've wanted to try it since I first saw it come out. So I'm going to do that. First, I need to finish a quilt. And then last but not least, I wanted to get free shipping. I got Premier's Aurora yarn, and I can't figure out how to get into it. Where are you? Come on. I kind of have to rip open the side. It's good. It's secure. Ah! Come back. All right. Stick this back on there. Look at how pretty that is. This is the color, I think it's Tornado. Yep. It's a medium 4. It is a roving yarn, and I've said before I like roving yarns. 166 yards and about 3.5 ounces. It is very, very soft. I really enjoy this. That is nice. I cannot remember how much I got it for. Oh, but look, it looks like on here they used 2 different colorways. Like it does feel a lot like Cityscape. Oh no! I knew that was gonna happen. So it does feel a lot like this, except I feel like this is a little bit softer. Yeah. So this is Red Heart's Cityscape. And this is the color Paris. Oh, Colorscape, not Cityscape. That's the scarf I did. And it's a medium 4. Machine wash. And you get 3.5 ounces in it. So 166 yards and 187 yards. So that is that. It'd be good to do a comparison video, but I don't think I'll do one. I'll just let you know how I like the two. So yeah, I really like this. This is really soft. All right, that is everything I got in my little unboxing there. Hope you enjoyed that. I like watching unboxing videos, but I'm going to go on to a little bit of a yarn buying ban because I have everything I need. And yeah, I don't need any more yarn. Obviously, it's literally falling out of the walls. I'm bad at jokes. Oh, and I was going to weigh all my projects. Currently, I'm up to, I think, 27 ounces of finished products, and that includes the socks. That will obviously get a little bit bigger as I get these like chunkier projects done. I'm kind of on par of where I need to be if I'm going to do 27 pounds by the end of 25 pounds by the end of the year. Yes, so hoping I can get that done. And I just got a message. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up now. I hope you all enjoyed this kind of long video. Thank you for sticking with me if you are still here. And I will see you all next week. I have to go pick up my daughter from, she's got a little girls club she's a part of. So, all right, I will let you all go. Thank you for watching. Sorry I just shook you there. I hope you all have a wonderful day, week, and I will see you next time. Bye.